Good morning, folks. Welcome to the briefing on Tuesday the 19th. I've put the overnight chart up here to give you a flavour of what's going on. Looks like a bunch of monkeys have been let loose with some crayons at the Met Office and just scribbled on a chart. It's a pretty complex situation, but you know, you're driving down a jet stream all the way around here and then back over us just at the moment, and moving it on 12 hours, you can see that the fronts have gone through and we're in this sort of warm sector air between the warm front and the cold front. But again, the jet stream is still driving down across here, fairly high speed over the next 24 hours. Then that changes to starting to bring the jet stream down from the north on Thursday, and you can see it now coming whistling down over us. So back to today, isobar is fairly tightly spaced, so it's going to be pretty windy, and I can feel the brown elephant rattling already. TAFs are suggesting between sort of 7 and 4, 212 knots. I think most places are showing sort of steady 15, 18. Most other sites I've looked at. 6,000 meters rain, drizzle broken at 700 feet, which is probably what we've got now, but becoming a little bit later scattered at 1,000 feet. And it's saying all day 15, gusting 25, and prob 30 sometime this morning broken at 1,400 feet. Perhaps a little bit stronger than that on some of the other forecasts, and sort of seeing potentially on Top Meteo and a few other forecasts, gusts are around 30 knots. So it's going to be pretty windy today. 214 shows flying heights, probably 35 knots across here. For most of the day, you can see the upper winds with jet stream 70, 80 knots. Across Ireland, it's 100 knots at 25,000 feet. So pretty breezy day, that's for sure. SatPic shows, as you would expect this time of year with a warm sector, quite a lot of cloud in here. It's going to thin, hopefully, as the day goes on, go up a little bit. These white areas are the main bands of rain, and you can see those on the rainfall radar, stretching out across the sort of northern part of the country, Midlands, north. This cold front won't get to us till overnight, really, and it trails right the way down. So it's going to be slowly crawling over us overnight, clearing in the morning. I think isolated showers, by the looks of it, in here. But the main feature is how quickly they'll whiz past. Temperature-wise, I think in the shelter, it might feel like sort of 16, 17, 18 degrees even, but actually stood out on the airfield, it's going to feel a lot cooler than that. But average, I suspect, for this time of year, and especially with a southwesterly air mass, it's warm and unfortunately moist. Top Meteo showing what we've got now, really. Bits of low cloud, odd spits of rain. And then as the morning goes on, we're tucked in here. We're going to see more breaks in the cloud, not particularly high, unfortunately. Worse out to the west. But providing the wind isn't too strong and the cloud does do as it's suggesting here, breaks up, gets better this afternoon, we should be able to hopefully get out and go flying. It's really down to the strength of the wind, to be honest. If I take a quick look at the cloud heights and thermal activity, you can sort of see they're showing somewhere between 600 and 800 meters around us, so 2,000 feet plus, hopefully later on lunchtime onwards. So that's fingers crossed, really. Other sites have certainly been showing slightly lower cloud, and Top Meteo is suggesting that actually it's going to get quite gusty as it goes through this morning. This is sort of 30 knots plus going through us. And then hopefully dropping off later in the day back to around 25 to 30. So it is going to be a breezy day. We'll just have to keep an eye on the wind and see if that's a factor. Airspace wise, not really a lot going on. Number 6 is Southampton's hours of operation. 12 is high intensity radio transmissions, 13 is clay pigeon shooting, and 15 is the danger area crossing services not available for Salisbury Plain. There's one fairly close to us, which is at Farnborough actually, and it's just fireworks this evening. But in our area today, no airspace issues. If we do fly, it'll be runway 23. There are no, well, I haven't received a flight plan yet for any jet movement, so nothing I know that's forecast. But you never know. It'll certainly, if there is one, it'll be interesting to see them coming in this sort of crosswind to Lasham in these weather conditions. Okay, so maybe not folks with flying. It's a bit 50-50, down to the strength of the wind and how it clears up this afternoon. Maybe see you out there.